Pixel 10 is just around the corner, but the big question is, should you buy the Pixel 9 now or spend more on the Pixel 10? Here's the thing, every year a new Pixel launches and there is a huge price drop on the previous version. Right now, the Pixel 9 is at a great discount. So I'm not a tech reviewer, but I've been using this device as a filmmaker, and that's why I'm just making this video to share my thoughts. I have been using this device for the past 4 months, and initially I wasn't impressed by the performance of it because I switched from a OnePlus 7T, which was a 5-year-old device. The phone was really snappy, everything felt great, the charging was so fast. Honestly, I didn't feel that much big of an upgrade. But the more I used the Pixel 9, I realized why people are so much obsessed with the Pixel devices. So let's break down the pros and cons of owning a Pixel device. First thing being the camera. The biggest pro is the camera. Color reproduction and detail are just insane. Every shot comes out so good. I took this phone to Spiti Valley and I loved every single picture. The ultra wide camera is equally sharp, not like those soft, useless ultra wides on the other phones. Video quality is also amazing. The colors are punchy, the stabilization is decent. Cinematic mode is capped at 1080p 30fps. While it looks good, iPhone does a better job. Even the microphones are impressive. I've recorded most of my voiceovers on this phone and Google's AI clean up the noise very well. There are better cameras in this range. I was earlier thinking to purchase the Vivo X200 Pro, but that phone feels really huge on the hand, and honestly the Pixel 9 is just so good to hold. I mean, it's just perfect. Next, coming on to the design. Just look at this phone. It's gorgeous. This was the reason I chose it over the Pixel 8. Aluminium frames, boxy design, and a super premium feel. Easily one of the best looking phones right now. Third is the software. The software experience of this phone is just, it's literally, it feels super smooth and all the AI features are fun to use. Magic eraser, sky replacement, reimagining images, it's all very cool. Screen recording gets transcribed automatically, translations are built in, and even simple features like circle to search are super handy. And of course, being a Google phone user, you get the latest Android updates first. Now let's talk about the cons of using this phone. First thing being the connectivity. Here's the thing. Pixel phones sometimes struggle with network connectivity in low signal areas. My OnePlus didn't have this problem. Battery and charging. Battery life is fine for a day, but charging is slow. Coming from a OnePlus which insanely was fast with charging, this feels a little bit painful. It takes about 1.5 hours to charge fully. Third being the processor. Daily usage is smooth, but when you push it, heavy gaming or 4K recording, the phone gets warm and it throttles. It's not a gaming phone, and at this price, it should have had a much more stronger processor. So, apart from the usual pros and cons, I also wanted to highlight a few extra features on the Pixel that I think are genuinely cool. First up is the Screenshots app. Every screenshot you take is neatly organized. It saves the link, the app you took it from, the date, and even adds an AI generated description. Super handy if you are like me who takes a tons of screenshots for work or references. Then there's the now playing feature. Not only it does show you what song is playing in the background, but it also keeps a history of everything it picks up. Imagine you're going to a concert or a live event, you have a full playlist waiting for you afterwards. And the best part, you can save the tracks or just tap at them to play it. Honestly, I feel this is a solid 10 on 10 feature. And finally, the Add Me feature in the camera app. Basically, it lets you take the group photos and add yourself in without needing a third person. It works well, but I personally would still prefer someone else taking my photo. But if you're with your friends and there's no one around, I think it's a lifesaver. And honestly, Pixel 10 feels like a Pixel 9 but with new colors and a telephoto lens. There's a new tensor chip, but the improvements are decent and same for the rest of the spec sheet, like slightly more battery or ever so slightly thinner. So considering the difference of 15 to 20,000, it doesn't seem like a huge upgrade. So it's kind of a weird take, but hear me out. Most of the phone companies are targeting maximum profitability out of their phones. They want to squeeze every bit of their revenue from their devices. But with Google, it is slightly different. They don't really contribute towards their revenue. I mean, most of their revenue comes from their ads or other services. So Pixel phones aren't really something which are really adding up to their revenue, which is why I personally feel that Google is at a very unique position that they can just load up the Pixel phones with the best of the best hardware and the tech and really put that at a very competitive price. And they can just prove that Google is best at what they do. But that is not really happening. Pixel phones have always been lacking when it comes to the flagship battle. There's always one or two things which are missing out on those phones. And personally, when you're charging something, like 80,000, 90,000, 1 lakh, and more than that, you really need something which is just top of the tier, and it's just not happening. So I know it's a weird take, but I don't know how many of you even feel in the same way. So the conclusion being, should you buy it or should you wait for the Pixel 10? So here's my take on this. If you find the Pixel 9 under 60,000, then I feel this is a steal deal. The cameras are amazing, the software experience is really good, and the phone feels really premium to hold. But if you want to have the latest tech, then I think maybe you should go for the Pixel 10. If you have a little extra buck in your hands, then definitely that's the right choice for you. But either way, the Pixel 9 still remains a great phone to use, and if you just want to maybe save a little money, then I think it is a great choice for you. If you have got any questions about the Pixel 9, let me know in the comments and I'll answer all of them. Thanks for watching.